It's Levack and Goz on 104.5 The Team.
Live from the CEFCU Arena with not Will Brown. Coach Craig Gattuso joins us.
Thanks, Goz.
Coach, first of all, congratulations. The news is out that you've got a contract extension. We couldn't be happier for you. You've been building a program that we've enjoyed watching and listening to right here on 104.5 The Team. So all joking aside, I am thrilled that you're going to be here for at least another 3 years.
Thank you. That's 5, but yeah.
Is it 5? Oh, 3 year
5
extension.
total, yeah.
No.
I
5? Oh, no, I take it back. That's too long.
That's way too many wings. That's way too many wings.
Can we get down to 3? Is that
no? After this interview, probably yes.
No, but like seriously, I know your 3-year extension, and even though you don't believe this, I am thrilled that you're going to be here.
I do believe it. I am. I love it here, and my wife and I just love the community, and I tell everybody, I hear all these kind of derogatory things sometimes about Albany. People say call it small Albany and all these different things. We think it's great, and I think that people don't realize we've lived in a couple different places now, and this is a great place to live. There's great people here. We've made incredibly good friends, and genuinely like it. Believe me, I wouldn't be here. So I love it, and we're looking forward to building. Now I hope that the next 5 years bring us a championship.
And I think one of the now great things is that, especially in college football and coaching, finding stability is not easy all the time. Assistant coaches, coordinators, and the fact that you're going to be here for 5 years to come, I think that's great for not just players and fans, but your coaching staff as well. See what happens there.
It is. I tell the coaches, I told them we got an extension, because the guys they're awesome, and we have a great group of guys. We added some new people because we lost some really good people to moving up. It's happened. I hire really talented coaches, and Aaron Smith moved to Connecticut, and Coach Clark got the Robert Morris job. We lost some people that way, and I've hired some good people to replace them, and it's a good community. People want to come here because we're pretty good, and I think that we're built to depth. We've done some good things, and it's nice. It's really nice for Mark to recognize that, because sometimes when you don't have a winning record, that's all people go by.
Well, you're taking that step up in competition, talent, number of scholarships. You just announced one hell of a recruiting class that you've signed on. Who were the guys that were tough to get? Who were any good stories coming out of this one? Because I know it couldn't have been easy to take. I believe the entire graduating class of Troy is now part of the Great Danes football program.
Well, I got to give a shout out to all the people in Troy, because they were awesome in this whole process. I think, once Joey Casal committed to us, I think that, his family and extended family, which is about 250 people, they got it behind it. And I think a lot of people kept asking Dev, why not Albany? And I think there were some reasons why some things happened, and I was glad. The recruiting process can be very hard on a young man, and I think Dev saw some different sides of it, and he chose to come on our side, and we're thrilled. We think he's a great football player, and Joe Casals and his family get a big assist in the process, and he's an electric football player. Joey Casals, the best way I can put it with him, he oozes leadership to me. He's the kind of kid that just drops off him. He's already whipped a recruiting class into it, has him up for visits, he's that kind. There's a reason. I mean, trust me, Coach Burns is a great football coach, but they're the kind of kids you build programs on, and I think that having them come to Albany is I'm excited about it, and I think this class represents kids like that, and that's what my great hope is. We're building with certain types of people and personalities, and those two. And I love the nickname Wild Horses. Is that what they're called? The Wild Horses?
Flying Horses.
Flying Horses. I'm sorry. I just heard that the other day. For some reason, I never saw that before until the other day. So it's pretty cool.
You've never had to deal with the horror stories like we've seen at the other levels of football, where the mom storms off the signing day, or kids are swapping hats. Have you ever had to deal with something like that?
The hat thing is, I'm glad people have kind of gone away from it. Recruiting is really hard as it is. The funny stories that I have in life are, someday I'll tell you the Dave Wanstead story with recruiting Henry Hynoski, who you guys know who that is, and he was sick and what happened in the front yard. So I can tell you that story someday. But there's a lot of things that go on in recruiting But the main thing that goes on is there's a click between a kid and a coach sometimes. A lot of times it's the assistant coach, and our guys do a good job of that. People just feel comfortable with each other, and it becomes a chemistry thing, and that's how we recruit. And so we don't get in fights with people, and we don't get in arguments. We don't talk bad about any other schools. And in our process, it's been pretty smooth. Kids want to come here. And I think that's a reflection of the staff and what we're trying to build. And, I think not just those two guys, but we're getting local kids, which is really good. And then also 6 kids from New York. I mean, that's a lot. And hopefully we can continue to do that as well.
Coach Greg Gattuso with us right now. We are in the SEFQ Arena lobby because Goz got in an argument with somebody down on the floor.
No, that was you.
Maybe it was me.
What is that over there? What is that thing?
What?
Someone just stole a treadmill and walked in.
Oh, no, they've been the ellipticals. They've been bringing them in. I
never saw one of those things.
Well, you've slimmed down.
Yeah, not really, but I'm trying.
You were almost Levack size at one point.
No, come on. You look like you slimmed down a little bit. Have you lost some weight?
I had to. I traveled with Goz. It's hard to eat when he's around.
Never thought of that. Could you send me that picture of him in that outfit?
No, you don't have to send me that.
Yeah, email me that. That way, that's the best weight loss plan there is.
I got him and I got producer Woods now. So that way, if I ever one wears in on me, no, Coach, you've got this program, and like you said, it's more about building right now, and the W's will come, the championships will come. When you're in a school where the lacrosse program is hitting its stride and the basketball program is hitting its stride, how do you keep your players focused on that, and not like, hey, why are they winning and we're not?
Well, one, I think the way when you look at our schedule, I mean, we've been a ranked football team 3 of the last 4 years. We've had some wins. We have some signature wins. We beat the number 6 team in the country last year. We beat 3 ranked opponents last year. We beat Buffalo the year before. Our overall record isn't where we want to be, but when you look at the overall record in comparison to people that have gone to a new level, I think it's pretty good. And a lot of teams spend years just trying to get to 2 or 3 wins, and I think we've been able to bypass that in our growth. I'm thrilled. I think what our other coaches do is awesome, but one thing for us as coaches, and there's no way to be more demanding and competitive than we are with ourselves. And I think our players are the exact same way. And tonight we're hoping the players we're trying to get our football team to come here and support them tonight. And we think we would kick Vermont's butt in football if they would dare play us. But we do. That is an issue sometimes for some people on the outside looking in, saying, "Oh, you're different." But we also play in a totally different type of league and a different situation. And we've been at this level for now 5 years, and it's time for us to start doing better. And I think we will. I can't be more excited about a football team next year. I think our growth on our offensive line is going to be dramatic. I was in the weight room the other day. We're 20 pounds bigger across the front. They look great. They're working hard.
That's awesome.
It is. I think when you throw E.B. Token Hanks back in, I think some of those games that were overtimes and different things might have been a little different with E.B. out there. And I think our quarterbacks have matured to a point now where they're ready to go. Receiving core is outstanding, and our defense is going to continue to be good. So I feel great about who we are right now and who we're going to be.
You run up E.B. Token Hanks.
I was going to say the same thing. Jake's, buy me a Coke.
Well, you ask your question. Maybe it's the same one I have. Go ahead.
Well, physically he's got to be 100% by now.
Yeah.
Mentally, how is he?
He's great. He's
that close?
I think he was mentally there. I think he was just, sometimes people think ACLs are easy. They're not. And his happened so late in the season. He was the last game of the year last year, and he's a running back that there's a lot of pressure on. But it was really difficult last year. That was a hard decision. We knew when we made the decision to redshirt him that it could have impacted the rest of the season. But we knew that his health is most important. And but he's back. He's starting to be a leader again. He's a great young man, and when you add him into an offense with now a junior quarterback, and I think our receiving core we put some more people into it, but we're going to be a lot better overall football team next year than I think we were in the last couple of years. Do
you know if he's going to be limited or a full participant in spring ball in the next few weeks?
Oh no, he's definitely clear to go, and he'll be 100% in the spring. And we feel the problem when you go from 30 scholarships to 63 scholarships in a short period of time is we had to build up depth. It's almost like you're starting, in some regards, from scratch. We had to really build our depth, and that's where when you look at us, you see we have a legitimate 2 deep, I think, for the first time. An injury would devastate us in the past. Like even last year, we lose EB and we have to play a freshman for the most part,
right.
Running back. So what happens now is we have some depth. We have 2 deep. We have guys coming in that if they have to step on the field and play as true freshmen are capable of it. And I think that's comforting for me as a coach. And hopefully we can avoid this injury thing we've had.
Right.
And we can get out and have a great start to the year and get EB going, and it'll open up everything for us in the pass game.
When you talk about 2 deep, the guy who picked up a lot of that slacker as much as anybody could for EB Token Hanks, Carl Mofar. I'm looking at Mofar's picture. He's a scary looking dude.
Yeah, Carl and EB are both. I mean, EB's about 205 probably. Carl's a good 220. They're going to be a great tandem, which will help EB being able to take a rest. We haven't been able to rest them as much in the last year, but that's the depth we're talking about. We have 2 quarterbacks we feel great about, actually potentially 3. The receiving core, I think, goes 6-7 deep without the freshmen. But I think those freshmen can have, Juwan Green's a guy that we brought in. It's a mid-year guy that's an outside guy that's very fast and athletic. I think he's going to be an impact player. I feel good about our depth, and we brought in 2 tight ends, 1.67, 1.65.5. I mean, we're getting there, and I feel really good about where we're at.
All right, now that we've officially made up, can I ride in the golf cart for a game and stand next to you on the sideline and help coach?
Sure. Yeah. Well, I'm going to give you a headset.
Nick Bonarigo treatment?
Well, I was going to tell you, like, when Nick Bonarigo asked me about wearing a headset, I told him, sure, we're not going to plug it in. He doesn't know that.
No, I don't.
Yeah, maybe you two can talk to each other, and then.
What did I do to you?
Nothing. I just, I always, believe me, I get such good input from the fans during a game. It's very helpful for me.
I just want to stand next to you and look angry all the time. I just want to I want personal security.
I would love if you would do that. You have the outfit on too.
Can I be your get back coach?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We'll mic you up.
Oh, I'm in.
I like you to be my personal security on games.
I'm in. This smile. This is fake.
No,
I'm angry on the inside.
You seem like an angry guy to me.
I am. I have to be. Have you met him? He's the nicest person in the world. Marshmallow over here.
Oh, the one thing I was going to say is while we're talking, he's always smiling. It's kind of
always.
Why? What is that? What is that smile thing?
You guys are very funny. You guys are very good.
He's dead on
we
the
weren't
inside.
even talking at the one point.
In his head, he's hearing great things. In his head, he's like, all he hears is the Syracuse fight song in his head.
I was actually curious if that was plugged in.
No.
Coach, again, we're thrilled that you're going to be here longer.
Thank you.
I'm excited to give you nonsense throughout the year, and I'm going to steal your golf cart at some point.
You don't have to. I will gladly hand it over to you to drive around. I think there's a lot of potential in having you as a security guy for me.
I'm totally in. Let
me ask you this question, and I'm just going to try it out here. I want to take a couple days to think about this, but we need someone to run blitz on the field next year. How do you feel about that?
Don't do that.
One, can you run? And if you can, would you like to run blitz on the field?
I'll do it if you let me blitz one time during the season. If you add me to the blitz package, I will run your dog
that's
on
what
the field.
I forgot blitz was the name of the
blitz
dog.
Is the great
I heard
thing.
blitz period in my head as an old football player, and I thought, no, get out of blitz period. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there.
Blitz is a dog that is the size of a house.
Oh, I know who blitz is, but just bad memories.
I had a media guy one day at a guy named Andrew Stockey in Pittsburgh is an anchor now in Pittsburgh, and great guy. When he was a sportscaster, we brought him out and he played some wide receiver at practice, and we let him go through some drills, and that would be available. Coach Sweeney would do wonders with you as a pulling guard.
I see, but I'm more D-line now.
I will put you with Coach Calcett.
Yeah, give me a little. I still got a mean swim move. I'm ready.
Well, I think the best thing we could do is suit you up and get you out there for some practice.
I'm ready to go.
All right.
Co-host, I would avoid that at all costs.
Listen,
don't. You will get crushed.
I would rather do that than walk the dog out on the field for 2 reasons. The dog would walk me. And whoever walks the dog is responsible for whatever the dog does, correct?
He's very well trained. He did.
Right, that's my problem. I know you'll do some weird whistle and the dog will drop right then. It'll be.
My wife wanted me to have the dog run out with the opposing team's mascot in his mouth, which is a really great idea.
Your wife is.
But I was afraid he would run out and then just take off. So we that's all we needed is a 160-pounder running around attacking people.
I don't hate the plan. I think it's a great plan. Coach, continued success. We love the program you're building, and security, defensive end, blitzing linebacker, whatever you need from me.
Sure.
I'm here for you. I'm here to
I appreciate being on, and I enjoyed our wings the last time. Hope we can do that again soon.
Whenever you're ready, let us know.
Spring practice starts on March 25th. I'm wide open prior to that.
Perfect.
Yeah, as long as Goz is buying, I'm in.
Mass Tech, he's buying now. He's got a new contract. You kidding me?